Welcome to the Milo Beasley Show, episode number 20, that's 6, then 27, 28.
28.
Episode number 28. Here on MiloBeasleyShow.com and YouTube.com/BumsTube, all over the internets. Usually, as you folks know, I usually interview and have on the show some of my wrestling brethren. Tonight I actually have a good friend of mine outside of the wrestling world, in Richie Cortes. Richie, thank you for... So tell folks a little bit about you and what you do around the world.
Outside of the video game thing, my name's InfyNitE TraxX. I'm a hip-hop artist. I've been doing this since I was like 9 years old, you know what I'm saying? Writing, mixing, mastering my own music, shooting videos. We got a pretty big following out there in the Tampa area. We moved up to Orlando like 10 years ago to try to bring that similar type flavor up. Some roadblocks here and there, but now we're starting to really pick up steam. And check us out, man. We're going to be coming. InfyNitE TraxX, Kino Sabe, Bobby Treacherous, the entire Stand for Something movement.
Have you, how is the scene different from Tampa and Orlando?
Ooh, very different, very different. Whereas Tampa, Personally, I feel like Tampa has more of a cohesive, unified hip-hop movement that is more open-minded to all genres of hip-hop, as opposed to Orlando being more in its niche of southern, you know what I'm saying, related crunk-type music, whereas Tampa, you have your crunk-type music, but you have your real hip-hop, you have your fluent MCs, you have your b-boy types, or you even have, it's just a more versatile scene, I think, and they're open to that versatility. As opposed to up here, whenever I perform up here at AK Lounge, where I used to perform back in the day, or nowadays where it's at Rock Room or Sapphire, I have a certain type of song that I need to perform in Orlando. It needs to be that crunk, club, hype type song. Don't get much reception with my real hip hop type shit that I perform up here. I do all that in Tampa.
Who are your influences? Because I wasn't really big into hip hop growing up. So I didn't really know much about hip-hop. Obviously, with your background, that's your thing. So who were some of your influences?
Being a writer in general, because it all started with writing. So I always looked to the hip-hop artists that were more intellectual, that brought more substance to their craft, as opposed to just saying words in tangent with a beat. You know what I'm saying? You got Big Pun back in the day. My main influences are Big Pun, Outkast, Tupac, and the entire Wu-Tang extended family, and going back to Outkast, the entire Dungeon family. Those are the main sources. Now, those are 4 drastically different acts in the hip-hop arena. You got Wu-Tang with the up north style.
They ain't nothing to. Oh wait. Okay. Well, this is the internet.
Y'all know what to do. They just released their latest album too. Wu's still doing it. You have the Wu with the intellectual raps, that straight up real shit. Then you got Pun, who was just a wordsmith beast. A lot of my word patterning, a lot of people hear Pun in there. And on that same lines, Eminem as well, and Master Ace, and anybody who had that compound rhyme style, or Coogee rap, Big Daddy Kane from back in the day.
Oh, I remember Big Daddy Kane.
Yes, indeed.
That was what, 89,
89, 87.
See, yeah, I know my shit. I'm hip to the hop.
Hip to the hop, hip. On top of, the cast, Dungeon family, they was the first recognized real Southern lyricists in hip hop. Outside of just being Southern, they're just one of the most creative collective groups out there, period, in all the music. Those are the main influences that pretty much come out in the music. But it wasn't just hip hop, you know what I'm saying? I always grew up listening to everything. When it came to System of a Down.
One of my favorites ever.
System of a Down, right? I even goes to a little bit more recent, Kings of Leon, Dave Matthews, Mumford & Sons, Leaky Lee. It goes all over the place. Sia, I love Sia. Sia's one of my favorite singers, period. My music tastes are all over the place. Johnny Cash, I'm going blank right now, but it's just all over the place.
So when you talk about your music just actually hit a big pinnacle, a big apex. You just released a single.
Yeah.
Actually, wait, yesterday or today or whatever you want to call it. By the time you see this video, it will be, he did it last week. But yeah, so tell us, so what's the name? Actually, when you're watching this, we'll put like the link right here. So look right here for the link. Maybe, no, right here. This is good, right here. Right here, we'll put the link. So you'll see the link. Tell us a little bit about that real quick.
That is going to say Reverb Nation / InfyNitE TraxX. I just dropped the first single to my second album this year. It's called Remain. It's dropping off the album called Richie Infinite, which will be out in January. I just released an album in June called Rise that I've been performing. I've probably performed about 22 times this year already, using the music from Rise. Rise was a concept album with a story. Had a smash hit called Island Boy, which you probably see the link for that video coming up here as well. That set Tampa ablaze every time I perform that. I get mad love from everybody. It's a song that people know. The video spread all over the place. We'll put that there too. Actually, we'll put that link up here. So we'll put Remain here, and then Island Boy up here. Rise was an album that kind of brought me out of retirement, you know what I'm saying? My boy was doing his album, Kino Sabi was doing his album called Stamp or something. He needed me on a verse. I hadn't wrote in like 2 years, something I left hip hop behind, something I hadn't done since I was 9 years old. He brought me out of retirement. I shitted out Rise in like 2 weeks. I wrote the whole thing and recorded the whole thing within like a 2-month span. I mixed it and had my boy Wally Clark, DJ Wally Clark, master it out there in Tampa. We released it in June. I instantly started working on the next album, which I saw as Rise got me out of retirement. Richie Infinite was going to be the real one that brought out the versatility in my music. So I've been writing that over the past month. I'm already almost done. We released the first single, Remain, last night, and we got more singles coming prior to its release in January.
That's awesome. Can we like freestyle? I can drop a beat. Let me try to drop a beat. You can freestyle. Ready? I'm gonna be boxing. Ready?
That's god awful, man. I can't do it.
You can't do it with
You
this.
gotta have some sort of rhythm, man.
Yeah, I got nothing. Look at me. I beat people up. There's a reason why I beat people up, because that's all I can do.
Yeah, you beat them up for having rhythm.
So real quick, on the Milo Beasley Show, we do this thing called the Top 5.
All right.
So today, Top 5. Let's do Top 5 favorite artist. Go.
Artist, just anything, any artist?
Any artist.
Oh, shite. Artist?
Artist.
Alright, well, Pac, like I said, Pac is in his own realm to me. He's somebody that shouldn't even be counted in this fight because he's above. But since we're putting numbers, he'll be number 1. Tired Dungeon Family, I just put them as a collective at number 2. All of Wu-Tang at number 3. Pretty much my influences here. I don't know if you caught the pattern. Somebody outside of the influences, T.I. I've always respected T.I. like no other day. I thought that he was probably, in recent history, the closest thing to a Tupac-like artist that we had back in the day. He versatile in his music, can bring all types of subject matter to his content. Love Tip. For number 5, man, yeah.
It's gotta be Tony Bennett.
Tony, Frank,
the Rat Pack, it's easy.
Or any of them, you know what I'm saying, any of those guys who've passed on, or Sam Smith. No, I'm fucking around. Sam Smith be jamming though.
So real quick before we wrap this up, where can they find you on the internet? On the the Twitter, the Facebook, website,
you can find me at
YouTube?
InfyNitE TraxX.com. You can find me at Reverb Nation /
That's with an X, right? InfyNitE TraxX with an X.
Actually, that's good to point out. It's InfyNitE TraxX. Infinite has a Y in it, so it's Infinite INFY as opposed to INFI. And then the Trax has 2 X's. So it's InfyNitETraxX.com, SoundCloud /InfyNitE TraxX, Bandcamp /InfyNitE TraxX, Reverb Nation /InfyNitE TraxX.
Yeah, so there's no reason why you shouldn't be able to find this man and his music. So thank you, Richie, for coming on.
For sure, brother.
And check this guy out. He's gonna blow up, and I'll be glad to say that I knew him back when I had the demo. So thanks for watching, and yep.
Cool, man. Don't forget to close your front door.